You're listening to 710 KURV. I'm Davis Rankin along with Kennedy LaFave, and we, as part of our continuing series of talking to candidates who are running in the primaries, Democrat and Republican primaries, we welcome Tito Palacios, who's county commissioner in Hidalgo County, and he's running for re-election. How are you?
Doing great.
You are, do people know what precinct, you're precinct 2?
Precinct 2, and I make it very clear
Not okay.
at our meetings.
Do people remember what precinct number? They know you're from far, I suppose, but.
Well, most people do. Believe me, they.
No. Precinct
After
2
he
is
gets
what?
done with him,
Is Far San Juan, Hidalgo, Alamo, McAllen?
McAllen.
you're southeast McAllen?
Right.
So, why you've been 3 times elected, or twice?
4 times.
4 times. Oh, good heavens!
Ooh.
Aren't you done yet? Aren't
Not
you
yet.
done with them? So, what has compelled you to run again? Why do you want to be reelected?
Well, there's a lot to be done in the county, and the county's facing some big projects coming up that are of interest
Mm-hmm.
to the taxpayers. We're talking big projects. You're talking about money, and we're talking about, for example, the Hidalgo County Loop.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big project. And
Has that all been? If I interrupt you, forgive me. But is the loop already? That'd be decided by the Regional Mobility Authority.
we named the board members,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in charge of
Okay.
developing and constructing.
So they've picked the loop. They know that. I didn't realize they'd already picked it yet.
Yes, they have. It has been a long process,
Yeah.
a bunch of meetings with the general public, at public hearings
Mm-hmm.
in the different precincts, but it's moving along. It's coming on, and it's something that is needed. And believe me, first-hand experience. I just drove in from Edinburgh, and it took me a while.
You don't have one of those lights that they give you can put on top of the.
No, I don't.
You can get one of those.
Well, that just ain't right. They should give you all like.
So it's best if you stay in office because you've already done certain steps and done certain strides, and you'll be able to complete it as opposed to a new individual
Well,
that have to
We
start
have
ground
done a
up.
lot of work in the precinct, in the county, period. And there's still some projects that need to be completed.
Mhm.
We're talking about the loop being one of them. At the precinct level, we're talking about, for example, improvements to Dicker Road from a 2-lane with shoulders to 4 lanes
Wow.
with a turn lane.
And Dicker Lane runs
Dicker Lane runs
east
Right.
and west.
east and west from 23rd
Yeah.
all the way east.
I've been down there. It's the world capital of used auto parts. Is that part of Hidalgo County?
Some other businesses include that, but there's a lot of growth in that area.
Yeah.
That's where the new store coming in.
Oh, the
Walmart.
Walmart. What's the day in and day out work of a county commission precinct? Because
Well, it's ensuring that the work that needs to be done gets done. Improvements to the roads, improvements to the drainage
Mhm.
problem that we have in the county. Just getting our staff on the job, make sure the
Yeah.
work is getting done.
do commissioners have anything to do with the health clinics or the health department work?
Well, the health department is under the county,
Okay.
and we do have a director, but it's still under the county.
Okay.
And as for the sheriff and
Yeah.
the rest of the departments.
Every time the budget comes up they have the budget hearings and they adopt the budget later in the year, there's always the pledge, we're not going to raise taxes. Does
Well,
that still hold in your mind?
it does, and we have not changed the tax rate for the last 10 years or so, still at the same
Well,
rate.
y'all have talked about building the need to build, in your view, to build a new courthouse without raising taxes. How do you do that?
Well, there's
Very-
many ways that we can approach it, and we're not talking about cutting services. We're talking about being more efficient on the way we deliver
Mhm.
services. For example, at the present time, the county is spending over $6 million in the collection of trash,
Mhm.
tires, etc. And we're looking to privatize. And if we do that, we're taking a good look at it. We got some public hearings already,
Okay.
and we have the potential of saving a couple of million, at least a couple of $1 million if we privatize.
Are county property values rising?
Not the last few years.
Okay.
We haven't had to experience the growth that we had in the past. But if population is any indication,
Mhm.
yes, we're growing tremendously.
But they're not. I bet you they're not getting counted by the census, are they?
Well, as a matter of fact, the last two censuses, we had to go to court with them,
Yeah.
with the federal government, because they undercounted, we feel. They have us at 800 some thousand population, and I think we're closer to 1 million.
Where does that? Yeah, where does that stand? Weren't they supposed to? Y'all were seeking not a recount, but for the government to add people to the census count.
Right. Well, it means a lot to the county. If we undercounted,
Mhm.
then we lose revenues.
Yeah.
Or the county loses revenue from the feds. And it's very important that we do whatever we need to do to ensure that we have a better count of the population.
Well, we're almost out of time. So when you meet people, you have been elected 4 times. You're going for number 5.
Yes, sir.
They say, "Aren't you ready to not do this?" And you say,
I have the same energy that I did the first day. And I'm still going strong. And I get up in the morning, go to work, and get home late in the evening. And it's a challenge for anybody, young or old.
"Have you always been known as Tito?"
Uh, Up to when I was a junior in high school,
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your given name? I don't know what your given name is.
Hector,
Hector. So where does Tito come from? Hectorito?
Hectorito, I guess.
I
I
guess.
know several Titos. First name is Hector also.
Okay. Well, that explains that. All right. Tito Palacios, who is the incumbent commissioner for Hidalgo County Commission Precinct Number 2, and won't be that long on the ballot. Thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate it, and good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're listening to 710 KURV.